Schering on the inside, Young Yang on the outside. Finally, he has to give way, and Schering through into position. Now out onto the pitch advantage. He keeps the power on around the outside. Car number 3 making his set to the ground. He's going wheel to wheel with Sam Young Yang. Both young chargers in this series racing together for position. There is Glenn Van Rice, who will have to visit the pitch. They come through absolutely neck in neck towards turn 4. Magnus just has it now in front, but shooting can't get it slowed down. The turn 9 and out towards the pit straight. Robert Dehaan out towards turn 10. Any second now, he hits the accelerator, and finally we are go at Red Bull Ring, race 12, Porsche Carrera Cup Benelux, through the mist and through the rain. Robert Dehaan up the hill into turn 1, under braking, the right-hand turn. Horst Felix Felbermayr in a solid second place. Everybody driving with the fingertips, tiptoeing around the corner. Looks like everybody's made it around turn 1. Good job there. I think we might have lost Cedric Chasseng on our drive tracker. It looks like he might still be in the pits, but here comes Robert Dehaan. Now the challenge. Horst Felix Felbermayr, I think he's gone spinning. There may have been some contact for Glenn Van Rice. That Dirk Schuiten, who's gone straight on it, is. He keeps the power on, but Horst Felix Felbermayr pointing in the wrong direction. Robert Dehaan leading the way. I think it's Glenn Van Rice. We look through the mist, who is in second place, and Gilles Magnus there as well. It is the Zakhar Slutsky car ahead of Sam Young Yang behind. So the driver's doing a great job. Such a shame we've lost Horst Felix Felbermayr, but look at Zakhar Slutsky coming through, mastering these conditions. Brilliant stuff there. Also Sam Young Yang really using these conditions to show what he can do. Schering in there as well, but Glenn Van Rice, a big twitch on in second place. Robert Dehaan leading the way. Gilles Magnus in third place at the moment. Let's have another look here. It was into turn 3, and a couple of cars getting together. It was Dirk Schuiten who went straight on, and it was Horst Felix Felbermayr. And understandable in these conditions, just keeping it all together. There is Ariel Levy with the driver's door open. I don't think that is for air conditioning purposes. I think that's just not sealed properly. So Ariel Levy also in the wars as well. He's currently showing in 17th place, 16th place as they come across the line. So Ariel Levy with that door flapping as well. Robert Dehaan leading the way, 4.4 seconds is his lead over Glenn Van Rice. Then this epic battle. Look at Sam Young Yang on the outside of Zakhar Slutsky. This is for the last on the podium position. So fighting side by side, such bravery and such skill there. Schering also getting involved. Great stuff as they head towards turn 4 under the braking. Zakhar Slutsky in car number 2 is in third place. Then is Sam Young Yang in car number 11, and Gilles Magnus also there, and a drive-through penalty for car 15, Glenn Van Rice. The collision that saw Horst Felix Felbermayr pointing in the wrong direction. Glenn Van Rice is back. We can go from bad to worse. A drive-through penalty will drop him to the back. Schering goes out wide. Couple of wheels onto the ground, and he's going wheel to wheel with Sam Young Yang. Both young chargers in this series racing together for position. There is Glenn Van Rice, who will have to visit the pit lane. That will drop him to the back. He chooses not to do it on this particular lap. It's Robert Dehaan who has checked out at the front, some 4 seconds. In fact, he's increased that even further. The rest of the field, there is Robert Dehaan into turn 1. 5.1 seconds is the gap. Now the fight for position. Sam Young Yang and Zakhar Slutsky running side by side. Young Yang has to submit out of turn 1. Schering there as well, ready to pounce. How brave have you got to be to keep your foot buried in it around turn 2? Up towards turn 3 they come. The fight for position. This is for third. It will be second when Glenn Van Rice has served his drive-through penalty. Schering looking really good there as he challenges slow down into turn 4. Sam Yongyan coming through on the inside. Flynn Schuring hanging it out on the outside. Great stuff, such talented driving from these young drivers. 12.5 minutes of this race remaining. Sam Yongyan alongside Flynn Schuring, the two drivers running side by side. To remind you, Sam Yongyan has not driven Porsches before this weekend. He has taken to it like the duck to water. How appropriate is that? The back end twitches. Flynn Schuring though sees his opportunity. He sees a gap on the inside. The two cars run side by side in towards turn 9. It's Schuring on the inside, Yongyan on the outside. Finally, he has to give way, and Flynn Schuring through into position. Now out onto the pit straight. Schuring will be eyeing up Zakar Slutsky's car as they head along the pit straight. Still, Glenn Van Parijs is out on the track despite the drive-through penalty. So it is the fight for second place that we are looking at. And Flynn Schuring, he is looking very dialed in here. Sacha Norden is leading in the Pro-Am category. That is in 12th place. And Seb Geerts is leading in the Am category. That is in 20th place. On the track, up towards turn 3 we come again. Zakar Slutsky, Flynn Schuring around the outside. What brilliant driving from Flynn. And he passes the number 2 car. Now Sam Yongyan trying to follow in his wake, showing such skill and such bravery in these really, really difficult conditions. Already Flynn Schuring pulls clear into what will be a net second place. Sam Yongyan go deep into the corner. Let's have another look. Flynn Schuring pulls to the outside in such slippery conditions to power around the outside to steal that position away. Fantastic driving, great stuff. So Flynn Schuring on his way through, and that is up to 3rd place. I remind you once again, Glenn Van Parijs does have a drive-through penalty. Car number 15, he hasn't served it yet. There was a collision with Horst Felix Felbermeyer on the opening lap, and here he comes now into the pits. So this will be second place that will be surrendered. He will come into the pits. He must keep to the speed limit. If he breaks the speed limit, he'll be back in again on the next lap. Sam Yongyan in the back there. Sam De Jonge, that's the other one, in 7th place. You saw him go deep into turn 10. Glenn Van Parijs, this will be so frustrating. Having done the hard work, qualified the car on the second row of the grid for his way up, but then that collision with Horst Felix Felbermeyer has ended Felbermeyer's chances of a podium, and it's also ended Glenn Van Parijs' chances. Right, here we go then. Robert De Haan leading the way. He has unbelievably 10.7 seconds over this though. An epic fight for second and 3rd place. Flynn Schuring into second. Sam Yongyan on his debut this weekend in Porsche Carrera Cup Benelux in such hazardous conditions. Then it is Zakar Slutsky, who has been so good as well. Jules Magnus, the driver of the number 92 car, next in line. And Sam De Jonge carrying a lot of speed into turn 4. He gets it all turned around. Robin Nussen's there as well in the queue. Dirk Schuiten in 9th place ahead of Artem Slutsky. Just a little over 9 minutes remaining of this race. We knew this would be worth waiting for, and this is a great finale for Porsche Carrera Cup Benelux. The positions all along. Jules Magnus 6th place, but now Sam De Jonge challenging hard around turn 6 and 7. They go. It's Magnus at the moment, and Sam De Jonge looking at the quicker of the two. He challenges again. It is Gilles who is making the guest appearance here, and it is Sam De Jonge who has the more experience in this series. Out of turn 10 they come, keeping to the track limits. It is side by side along the pit straight. Robert De Haan extends his lead to 10.5 seconds over Flynn Schuring. There's Flynn Schuring, there's Sam Yongyan in a fairly solid 3rd place at the moment. Then it is Slutsky behind him, then De Jonge and Magnus. Across the line we go with Sam De Jonge having stolen away that 5th place. Sacha Norden continues at the front of the Pro-Am standings in 12th place overall. Seb Geerts continues in the Am standings. That is in 22nd place overall. So challenges for position. Dirk Schuiten now getting involved as well. Robin Nussen in there. There is Sam De Jonge in the red Artem Slutsky in number 22. The two cars running side by side and identical in lap times, identical in every other way as well. Pure entertainment here in Porsche Carrera Cup Benelux at the Red Bull Ring. So they continue out towards turn 9. Dirk Schutten making good progress, but behind him this is a great fight from the Slutsky brothers. But look at Dirk Schutten, who has caught up with Robin Knudsen ahead of him out onto the pit straight. We come once again, 6 3/4 minutes remaining of this race. Porsche Carrera Cup Benelux 2023 style. It is Robert de Haan who is leading 10.4 seconds ahead of Flint Schering. A mature drive. Anybody who keeps it on the track and brings it home is going to be a winner in my book. Car 22, a drive-through penalty. Such a shame. Artem Slutsky, after a great start to the race, and a drive-through penalty for causing a collision. So one of those blue and white cars will have to visit the pit lane. The one that is in second place in that particular fight. Here comes Gilles Magnus once again in the 92 car. A more experienced driver, but Robin Knudsen goes to the inside, under braking in turn 4. Can he slow it down enough? He goes deep into the corner. Magnus tries to come back at him on the inside. Dirk Schutten there as well, ready to pounce. And these two get together, running side by side in these conditions. Such brave driving. Magnus now to the inside of Knudsen. Knudsen has the advantage. He keeps the power on around the outside. Car number 3 making his second appearance of the year in Porsche Carrera Cup Benelux. There's confirmation of the Artem Slutsky drive-through penalty, which is now converted to a 30-second time penalty. Glenn Van Parijs is in 14th place. We saw him serve that drive-through penalty earlier on. And now Gilles Magnus coming under pressure from Dirk Schutten into turn 10. They come. Great racing here. This is for 6th place out of 10 through the mist and the murk and the rain, keeping the cars on the track. Skilled driving. Porsche Carrera Cup Benelux. The last 5 minutes of the season, plus 1 lap, and it's champion-elect, the provisional champion, Robert de Haan, who leads the way. But the fighting continues all the way back. This is for 6th place. Gilles Magnus with his mirrors full of Dirk Schutten. Now there are some discussions going on the pit wall. There we go, to the inside. Gilles Magnus, Dirk Schutten on the outside out of turn 3. Now is the drag to all the way to turn 4. Dirk Schutten will need to be pretty clever on the brakes here. He'll want to get it slowed down and power around the outside, because this is going to be a right-hand turn. They come through absolutely neck in neck towards turn 4. Magnus just has it now in front, but Schutten can't get it slowed down. Into the gravel track he goes. Keep the power on. Come on, you can do it. Back out into the runoff area, out onto the track. But he's lost a whole load of places. He who dares wins. He came so close, but it was Gilles Magnus who wins that particular battle. Keeps the power on, doesn't even back off. Grass track racing anybody? Here we go. Dirk Schutten though, no chance of certainly no chance of a podium, and a long way back. And yeah, okay, well, we all fancy a bit of grass track. I should think there'll be some crews there where that has been, but he finally rejoins. Let's have another look here. Such a brave move on the outside. He just could not get it slowed down. He had the anchors out, he was scuffing his feet on the ground, but it wasn't going to happen. And the car into the gravel, and it is the experience of Gilles Magnus that finally wins out in this situation. But to the very vocal Dirk Schutten fan club, they will be applauding, because he who dares wins, and if he doesn't win, well, he gave it a flipping good try, didn't he? So we continue with a little over 3 minutes remaining of this race. Now Aaron Mason just ahead. Artem Slutsky behind, made that in front, despite the time penalty that's going to be added. They're racing for glory here, side by side around the Red Bull Ring. But Robert De Haan is the man at the front, Flint Schuring in second, Sam Yongyan on his debut in Porsche Racing in third place, ahead of Sam de Jonge and Robin Knudsen. There is your race leader. There is the driver who provisionally is the champion of 2023. Now, the clock strikes 0. He's heading up to turn 3. So it'll be the remains of this lap and then one final lap after that. What a way to finish off your championship year. Robert De Haan has taken no prisoners. Flint Schuring, the driver who has got better and better. He started at pole position at Hockenheim, was unable to finish. He had a second place at Zandvoort. He's had a couple of third places, 3 third places. In fact, one of them was yesterday. But a second place again will be a great reward for what has been a really good season from Flint Schuring as he makes his debut in Porsche Carrera Cup Benelux. The rest of the cars fighting hard through the mist as Dirk Schuiten. He's coming back. He's in 12th place at the moment after that little excursion. And look who's winning. Horst Felix Felbermeyer. He went to the back of the pack, having been spun around at the start of this race. He has mastered these wet conditions on his home circuit. He has fought his way forwards, and now he and Dirk Schuiten are fighting for position. Okay, it's not a podium position, but still great racing. 14th place is what they are fighting for at the moment. And Dirk Schuiten doing all that he can to keep the 88 car behind. There's Glenn Van Rice as well. He had that drive-through penalty as a result of a collision with the blue car who's currently in front of him. We're on to the final lap of the race. Those who waited were rewarded. We finally got there. The final lap of the season for Porsche Carrera Cup Benelux. And it is Robert De Haan who leads the way, 10.3 seconds. A dominant, crushing display of driving as he leads away around turn 3 for the very last time in Porsche Carrera Cup Benelux 2023. Flint Schuring some 10.3 seconds behind. But now we look at the driver who provisionally is the new champion, who succeeds Harry King as the champion of Porsche Carrera Cup Benelux into turn 4. He just needs to keep it on the track and he will celebrate what is his championship year with a win and a top step on the podium. Flint Schuring keeping it solid in second place. Don't do anything stupid. Don't chuck it off the road. Sam Yongyan, we said look out for him. Third place, he just needs to bring that home. He's 6.8 seconds back from Flint Schuring. And then Sam de Jonge just 1.4 seconds back from Sam Yongyan. So, here is Robert De Haan in towards turn 9 for the very last time. The provisional champion of Porsche Carrera Cup Benelux 2023 is going to cap off his year in style with a win at the Red Bull Ring. Robert De Haan wins the race for Richardson Racing. A dominant drive in such tricky conditions. We wait for second place. Flint Schuring across the line in second place. A great drive from him. And now we wait for the next car to come across the line. Is it going to be Sam Yongyan who comes across the line? Yes, it is. A podium on his debut in Porsche Racing. To remind you, this time last week, he'd never even driven one of these cars.